matches on this map. I think that, well, I like that Zace was talking about there's an easy way to shut down safe, because I think this has been a map where he's
Fnatic on defense, Vitality on
attack. There is an easy way. I hope Fnatic also know that, because it doesn't seem that way. He has gone the exact way that Zace was saying he would, though, so, you know, he's got the
retake everywhere. They wanted to do a punish over towards middle, full pass the middle.
Might know his stuff.
What is this? What is the timing on this as well? Hey, respect to Boaster. Yeah, he's kind of in a rough spot there. I'm surprised he gets one. It's a weird reactional pistol. Does anyone, I say anyone, does Chronicle expect these two to push this close? Spike is caught in spawn. Okay, Chronicle doesn't expect these two here.
Now Vitality have a ton of control, but these attackers are split into groups of 2, and they've got to find a way to unite. And the only way is straight through the Fnatic squad. Perhaps the off angle, though, Kicks coming back a little earlier than expected. Could be what pulls this across the line. The element of surprise certainly works for 1, for 2, in fact, or 3 in this round.
Hey, I mean, Kicks, holy.
With a 4th. Great start for
We're out
Kicks.
here on 3 and no
really
pistols, bro. They've been smashing the
that,
pistols recently, right?
Although Fnatic had the read on the 2 players rotating, I don't think they had the read on the other 2. And that Kicks was the main one. I think he manages to clear Chronicle from the spawn, and it just becomes so difficult, where to rotate from. And then they double back to group up together. Like, just that little bit of initiative to make sure they're not the ones being surrounded made all of the difference in that round. And while Vitality, again, they're always off to a fly when it comes to these pistol rounds. They've been fantastic in getting those early advances.
Going well for them in pistol wise. 2 deaths as always.
I think they're one of the teams that seem to be the best at those very rounds. For now, well, just look at what Fnatic have. It is.
Dude, I need Fnatic to punish this once. They keep fake smoking it.
Well
keep fake smoking like they're doing some kind of punish over towards here, and they've never done it in the 2 games.
Against like beating Foot very closely, beating KC equally as closely. And I feel like Vitality right now, other than maybe Heretics, are at the top, even though they beat them.
Fnatic have done a great job. The pressure on Ace and Sender scrambling back.
Boaster smokes it off to get the gun as well.
And with the smoke down,
it is a gun, right? Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely not a bad start. Man advantage and a Guardian to work with in a round like this. Even getting a kill and removing a rifle could be huge. Now, if they go down, that rifle can't be recovered. So they're bringing it to the fight.
Get in here.
They better find some value for it instead of just giving it right into the hands of Vitality, who've now lost too many. Oh, the damage is massive.
Bro, respect.
On further. Not
yeah,
just
this was cool.
Damage, but the rounds will
Shout
be
out to Boaster. I'm pretty sure he double dinged the Omen here.
With a pay safe guard thrifty for Fnatic, that one has gotta hurt Vitality.
Okay. Yeah, that was really cool. Give me this Boaster POV.
They've managed to let that one slip. Like, I think the trades out from Fnatic as always were fantastic.
Damn, what the hell is that?
Okay, it might look silly. Keep in mind, he'd been stunned, he'd been pushed on by 2 players behind him, and he thought they were about to round the corner.
Yeah, but still.
He is just panicking in that moment. It is silly, but it's understandable, somewhat.
So what your description was that it looked silly and was silly?
Yes, but there was a reason for that.
Okay.
Okay, they're allowed they get a hero gun.
Pumping iron on the stage, fair play.
Oh yeah, they managed to get the kill with the retrieved Guardian as well, so a solid round from Boaster, but yeah, one that Vitality should never be losing. And now they're going to go for a hero rifle on track, so he's going to be the one sort of glimmer of hope. But you look at the economy, this is a round 3 purchase from Fnatic that has all rifles and some cash still in the bank. Durka definitely did not expect there to be a rifle on the other side.
He did not expect there to be 3 people weighing as well.
Gets a little bit dangerous because that's going to be a second rifle now into the hands of Vitality.
Against an eco, it's insanely committed, by the way.
Oh, almost baited
I definitely prefer some kind of jump peek here or just angle hold.
Kill desperately needed by Fnatic.
Well, they double up the guns. They put an ult into it. Fnatic do this all the time when they push behind. We've also got to keep an eye on this.
Could even be secured, a little bit more damage done. Safe 78, Trex 85.
And they might not expect runner here.
Man advantage, 2 rifles. This is a winnable round.
This is a weird round.
Timing was perfect as well. Boaster just placed a start to try and slow them down. They know where safe is. A couple of players rounding this corner. The flash, well, it doesn't work out.
And runner?
Sender,
I mean, well, good for.
Other gun, and that might have been a kill. Unfortunately, the classic runner had a chance, but
that's insane,
it's
bro.
Gonna be left onto Kicks again, really. The classic not going to get anything, and this man going to try and take the round already. Gets himself another. Down to the 1 versus 2, even hits the shot onto Hero, and now it's left all onto 1. Him versus Chronicle. for the round. Time ticking away. He's trying to bait him in, and while succeeds
nicely done from Chronicle. I mean, nicely done from Runner to even make this doable.
Of these purchases have been
I
clean
can't believe that went down. I was looking at the minimap the whole time, and he had a little bit of trigger discipline here as well, and I was just thinking, well, he's going to get 2, maybe even 3.
The team that lost the pistol,
and
no economy damage is going to make up for that. Defensive side sitting pretty. I like the idea. The flash was just a little bit
ate
too
his
early.
team's Omen flash, which messed him up.
Time was stuck up close, reveal.
Okay, because he basically had 2 on his screen, then he ate his team's Omen flash,
just a little bit lacking. 2-1.
and then then we saw the rest.
But this game has all been about Kicks so far. He is 7-2. He's almost got his ult online again.
Yeah, maybe this is Kicks' map. That kill that he did yesterday was one of the most... one of probably the craziest things I've seen in Valorant.
You can see
The one where he flicked over to kill this guy and somehow killed this guy.
And now, well, after
That was
showing that
mental.
B main presence, right back towards the A site they go. However, it looks like Fnatic are much more happy to play a retake stance here.
Yeah, well, they've got some traps to try to punish off of. The only problem is, even if they trip it, there wasn't anyone close enough by. Now, they've seen where the trap is. Safe was waiting to break it, but Chronicle rips his head clean off. Spam is good. Some damage, and there's a little more. The reveal perfect.
Whoa, my god.
Won't have a chance.
This trip.
Nor will Sender. All through the wall.
Someone
through
take this
smokes.
trip down.
They've yet to see a member of Fnatic, and there's only 2 players left on the attack. Runner down to 22 HP. Another Spam. I feel as if it's going to come through, but Hero, he's not going to get caught behind that smoke. Giving up the space. He's got 2 teammates to his back. Stun goes in. Blast pack 2. There's the shot from Durkan. An easy finish.
Done from Hero, yeah. Shout out to the trip. Did he place down? Also, Chronicle did insanely well to get this first kill.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a fun game of just... We've got 2 initiator players who are so good with their darts. Like, this is the thing. Like, don't get me wrong,
into
it's
trip.
still really clean aim from Hero to just, like, get both those kills with relative ease. But it's just the use of the dart and then his own trip that ends up catching the second
you can
player.
see though, like you can, oh man, being in the comms for that one is an absolute nightmare. So the problem is the planter has heard the trip the whole time, right? The planter is next to the trip. Obviously Recon goes in, so he dies, and then he's trying to ping the trip. At the same time he's pinging the trip and trying to comm it. Sender's already running into it. Like comms here, I mean, the comms are there. It's just timing and. I don't know, you would be a little bit tilted after this.
Used early on this corner to deny the utility from Fnatic to stop them from having the cam online.
Okay, this is the first time that Fnatic have actually done something over towards here. But, I mean, it's an easy read. The first time that this has actually been a full smoke.
They're playing passive. The knife will catch Hero. Utility's gone. Stun is in. And they're just about to crunch on him. This could be dangerous, but he has some cover in the form of Alphayer. Watching the cross. There's the opening shot. Now he tucks in. Alpha, no, he doesn't. I thought it's Alpha's chance to fight. Instead, they're both getting involved.
Yeah, Chronicle's running over, sprinting in.
To be in. Shock Dart going to take him down. And we're back to a 3 versus 3. But damage done to Kicks. Damage done to Trex, but Sender is just now being found.
Weird round. Trex 5 HP, has to try and get at least 1.
Only got 5 health. It should be an easy kill. They assume that he's here. They should know
that
he's here and that Sender's on his way from the other side of the map. Steps. They're heard.
Yeah.
Durkan knows he's there.
The thing is, there's no time to sort of be sneaky. 20 seconds left on the clock. Durka, well, he needed to do 5. Yep, he's hit him in the head, and he knows where the last man's coming from.
Yeah, that's good info with that as well.
With the blast pack.
And you got to look at the time, and then you could imagine the Chronicle gets to the angle before he does. And okay, hold up.
His opponent.
I know he's 10 HP, but
to deny him, they might just send one in just to try and kill him off. The drone is almost definitely going to reveal. They know exactly where he's sitting from. 10 HP, and the full force of the remaining players of Fnatic bearing down on him.
There's the 10 HP random spam. Okay, nicely done from Fnatic. I've been waiting for them to do this B main for a while. I think they probably did against the comp. They should be able to handle this the best, but we didn't really see Trex use the util that I was expecting.
He taps it, immediately looks for the kill, and then plants.
The Trex, yeah, I mean Trex was there.
You'll have to use a showstopper to close it, so it's tough either way. You're playing blind.
Yeah, I like this from Fnatic though, and they're showing new stuff.
This is what seals the round, and the fact that he had the info on another player running it down. 4-1 for Fnatic. And while you said this in the last map, Tom, and it's true here as well, Vitality will call this timeout quite early on. as a squad that won the pistol and now find themselves down by
What
3.
initiator do I prefer the most in this map?
Online,
I love the server KO. I like
Yeah,
the server KO the most. I think it's the best.
Time out, I think they just lost a
I'm on board with the fact that you pretty much, in my opinion, need a server.
Almost for the other side, though.
But
so it definitely
and then everything else is kind of fine behind it.
One of the major benefits of the race
is
just having that showstopper over the overdrive.
I get why people think like Gecko,
those ultimates is more impactful.
KO, etc. is good, but
I
just think it's too easy to play against.
Again, we're seeing a lot of these early fights go awkwardly.
But this round's gonna be absolutely wild.
Aggressive. I think you mentioned it. They saw
Breach server, yeah. I mean, as long as you got a server, I'm fine with it.
Ran straight into it, and it just delays them even further.
So, I
think it was because of the cam. Because the cam went off, they then peak break the cam, and maybe even someone jumped the trip.
It was either jump or I think it might have been a shrouded step up onto the top of the boxes.
I think that Astra is valid. They do some cool stuff with Astra.
I might be wrong, but I thought
it makes
when it was Kicks planting, if my memory serves me
I think it's probably too readable. Like I would just hit A every single time if I was on attack, to be honest with you.
Be hard to connect. Hunter's Fury has been burned very early on.
They cover it up well, and they have some good stuff on attack.
Safe out of the round immediately after a fast slip and slide straight down to
well, they might get caught in middle here. This is weird.
Up on the back foot.
Yeah, does Durka ult?
Durka can't see a damn thing. He'll get his vision back in a second, and it's quick enough for him to respond.
No way. Shout out to the rest of Fnatic for dueling with him once he was caught here. This was literally like, I'm caught, can we just face this? And everyone said yes and just fight. This was cool, man.
God, this is starting to get very, very scary. Something, again, it was Zosh mentioning on the desk, the fact that Safe is going to challenge for being main every round. I was like, well, let's see if Fnatic
off the Astra.
They are waiting
I'm telling you, Astra's in a good spot. We just need to nerf Omen slightly. Just the Omen flash is too much.
The second it goes off, just swinging to take him out. And that's the thing. If you're able to
but Astra's in a pretty good spot. Like, don't underestimate how insanely strong a fake smoke is as well. Fake smoke on a map where everyone uses one way is really strong.
If you can close him down, it becomes incredibly difficult.
And the fact that you can fake smoke for cameras to create pressure that you could have crossed over towards B as well. Like, there's a lot of good stuff you can do.
You see, there's still some investment for Vitality. Fnatic definitely know that, and I think this will be the round.
Watching America tonight, yeah. How would I nerf the Omen flash? I have no idea. That's the issue.
You're always going to be conscious that the second
I probably wouldn't even touch the Omen flash. I would probably make like the smokes come back slower.
Look at this current setup.
Like something like that, because I like the Omen flash. I like that you can. I like the Omen flash. I like the TP. But I would like maybe increase this by like 5 seconds or something.
Just hold the spawn. Hunter's Fury, they're even going to push off it. I like the idea. Again, though, the initial kill still goes the way of Fnatic, and they haven't been able to do
this is doable for Vitality. Durka's got his ult, though. That's the only thing that's scaring me.
Read was good. The Vitality side now.
They create heavy pressure over towards here. They insta group up to go market. It's nice.
It depends on how quickly Hero gets around.
Oh man, the util's good though. Yeah, Alpha's util is good here. Breach damage, force him out into the open.
Now they all know exactly where he is. Divide and the defuse behind the wall anyways. There was no way to stop it. 6 on the board for Fnatic. Seems to be no way to stop them. And I think one of the big factors is Runner. We look back at some of these Vitality games, and he's a player who seems to be hitting those flanks, the disruption.
Yeah, I wonder if we get Alpha's POV here.
But the problem is that once you start to realize that's
Breach go,
doing,
yeah.
you have to have that
second game on Breach. Wait, third game, right?
Because Runner can't
yeah,
just do
and he knows though, because he's done the damage over towards here. He knows that he's jumping into the smoke.
Although this map, up until like literally,
he just damages over towards here. There's a smoke. You're obviously jumping into it because you have a question mark over towards here where Hero is. Gotta be in the smoke.
Like, they are well prepared for any of the flanks.
And it's the trap play, and they've been using this a couple of times.
You're kind of now looking at Vitality and going, do you have another layer? Do you have something extra? Because Fnatic have already won the half.
Teams are going to catch on to this. Does Vitality know this? The fact that the person with the speed is going close, I think they know about it. Yeah.
Again, an immediate counter.
Yes, this is good from Vitality.
Push off the back of it. The Rolling Thunder will stop that control, and these players are somewhat stuck in the mud. They're going to try and retreat back to that A side.
Wait, Spike's crossing in middle. Oh no, I feel like the amount of time the Spike is getting caught is through the roof. It's nice though, like what Fnatic are doing. They're dominating middle on defense. Omen ult picks up the Spike, but it's a 3v4.
One of the biggest uses of this ult we've seen, other than going into your opponent's spawn. For Vitality, that at least gets them a plan, but they need the picks. We saw this in B. They had the disadvantage. Late lurk coming up, caught them off guard. The timing was absolutely perfect.
Who got the kill in middle? Who got this kill?
Chronicle.
On the spike.
He's giving away his position. Looking
the
for
poster
the fight,
again.
Here's the double swing. Not expected. Stun was good as well.
Chronicle?
Safe out of the round. Runner and Sender now having a double up each to have a chance. And straight through the wall and the smoke. Sender goes down. Well, I don't know what he could have done about that. Runner now a big play
that's
he
whoa,
He can't
whoa,
lurk, but he can maybe clutch out the round in the 1v4 already. Taking
man,
down
he had a
two,
chance
but the
with
third
that.
evades him.
36 HP, that was unlucky. It was a nice try. Yeah, this was cool. We had an extra layer onto this. We pushed over towards middle, straight up retake towards A. Some of the stuff I'm seeing from Fnatic is really cool, because overall they're playing it very similar to how teams play it, right? It's still the whole, we retake one site, we fight others, but they're like heavier fighting than most teams do.
Clearly enjoy, and then also just running at them,
like the fact that they're fighting with 3, or like they're always having like 2 people in middle to try and make sure that if they rotate through middle, they're getting punished.
To make sure that that fight is a little bit easy, even just displacing him slightly. Well, when you have both Chronicle and
they're probably
Hero
using middle
10
of
and
defense
3,
sunset, the best we've seen.
Opposite positions.
But they're like heavy retakes. This should be an easy timeout. If you're the coach right now, you know, you always see them writing stuff, and you're like, oh, what the hell are they writing? Bro, in here I'm just writing like 4 middle, 2 middle, like 3 pushed A with 2 middle. You gotta look at all these numbers and be like, well, then there's no one on one of the sites.
But this has been far too clean ever since.
Vitality here, the easy call here is just going to be, right, just drone, try find out, like drone recon, try find out where the Cypher is, and then you just save all the other util for after plant. Right, just save this for after plant, you'd have this, knife, everything. If Fnatic are legit right now as well, they'll disguise this very heavy or change everything about what they were doing.
Every step of the way. If Fnatic have your textbook, let's see what new pages they can write in this minute. Go to their other strategies, their other plans. It's not an easy one to react to. Well, look at the complete setup change as well for Fnatic.
Oh, but I mean, it's the same thing though, right? Like this is a good description of what we're doing, or a good example, should we say? One person over towards here, 4 fighting a lot heavier. You just got to find out where they're fighting, go to the other, save util. Should be so fun.
The shock dart, I believe that's just to remove if they put a trip for the flank. Yeah. But it's actually
Vitality in their timeout. At least talk about they want a mid default.
Just because of that. And now look at the stack up. They are completely aware.
Okay, but now we just, oh boy.
There are players waiting on the other side. There isn't going to be any utility put in, but Durka still managed to win that fight. They're now just looking to retreat off it. They'll take that.
And they're trying to fight the fight.
And now they're
trying to fight the fight, but we've never seen people fight with this many numbers.
Hunter's Fury alongside it, but Safe still takes the fight. Chronicle, though, is there again.
Dude, look how much damage has been done. 45, 67, 5 HP.
Of surprise, which he will catch Durka with.
Yeah, well, the problem, sure, it's a 3v3, but look at the health. Runner, after getting shock darted and
they put an ult into it.
Brunt of the damage in the initial fight. They're not in fighting shape. There has to be an element of surprise to these fights with the info of where the players are. They can maybe connect at Alpha. 150 HP ready for the fight, but Safe is rounded
doing a lot on 5 HP here.
The numbers into their favor.
Here we go, look at this from Fnatic and feel like they're going to be okay HP-wise.
Sharing the health of half a player. Now the chances run lower with the spike down. They just need to hold this down, knowing there's a player behind them, having an idea of runner as well. There'll be no element of surprise anymore, just raw aim duels and ones that they're not favoring.
Emil with the Prime, thank you so much for the 2 months. Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much, dude.
To say the least, with 10 seconds left, both players killable, but it looks like he's made the right call, which is to save this weapon.
Save, yeah. He did a good job, even if he got this, like even when he got this kill over towards spawn, he was last seen here. Like he stayed quiet, didn't show himself here, didn't show himself here, so he's creating pressure no matter what. Let the other player try and enable.
Just want to talk about early round reads. You had the setup.
I just feel like Vitality are playing wrong though. Like they're getting their button heads with the fighting side of the map.
Shows how much damage the Safe was actually able to do. But when you're walking into a trap the entirety of the round, well, it feels inevitable that Fnatic were going to close it.
If this was one of the early rounds, I wouldn't have much to say about it. But again, they're just being beaten into the dirt at this point.
They're just
down, 8 in a row
bashing heads into the fighting side.
Some closer rounds, and a great start to this one. Chronicle almost trades it back. Shock Dart could be good. It's bounced and it's just about missed.
Oh, what an omen flash from Sender. Alpha can win this still.
Isolated, able to find one.
Yeah, big flash to swing. Big flash again to swing.
A flash goes out. Here's the swing, and safe is good for more. This guy is on fire. 3 kills in the round already, and he's still looking for more as the smoke fades. The barrel's spotted. He wants this fight on Hero, and Hero's been fantastic.
Look how calm he is. He's incredible.
Feels like.
Oh my goodness, he dinked him.
Lobby. Safe's just trying to take over this one all on his own. Almost comes back angry after losing that last one. Just basically taking fight after fight, but now falls back and has.
I mean, shout out to Safe here. What else can we say? The Sender flash was everything as well, but
basically took over that round on his own.
Yeah, Kicks might have closed the round out well, and listen, he hit some nice shots.
Util was good though. Like that was the only kill that wasn't back to Util.
One in between on short, and that space, that spike plant as a result of him. Safe currently 10-7 in a game where they are 8-2 down. Himself and Kicks are carrying a lot of the weight of this squad.
Yeah, look at this 4-1
rounds as well. Like, I think the 8 kills he had were literally in like the first 3 rounds or something. Yeah. But that was a I'll do it myself round from Safe. He's looking to try and recreate it this time up against an operator.
No way! What is that peak? Yeah,
Boaster
Boaster gets an assist from the other side there.
Chronicle's still here, caught out with utility, but Safe is there once again.
Sick.
And while Hero was left as the solo defender on the other side of the map, might get caught by Runner, who is still lurking. It seems like Hero was aware but looked away. A 3rd round for Vitality. The pace change, catching Fnatic for another round. Even still, though, they are far ahead.
That looked like Sender's life was saved by the Gravwell. I'm pretty sure those bullets were flying straight at him, but he was able to cha-cha slide over into safety. Here it is.
What the?
That's so lucky for Sender.
Nice shot, I guess.
He lands and instantly moves out of the way while shooting. Oh, well.
One more in the cubby.
That'll work out. 8-3. 2 rounds in a row now for Vitality, finding their footing, breaking the win streak of Fnatic. The lead is significant and difficult to come back into this game, but they've done the groundwork here. The pistol in the next will carry some weight. Let's see if they can at least make it 8-4.
Yeah, and this is good, right? This is kind of what I wanted to see. I would maybe say that they used a little bit too much util. Like the Omen Flash is normally the one that's going to win you this, but the fact we have Trex is, they should be okay. Keep an eye on Kicks' util. They just do the B main plant here, and it might just be. Yeah, they gotta go real fast if you're Fnatic. You need to tap this spike early. Gotta try to get the Sova ult out of them. Sova ult, KO nade was used, maybe a bit too early.
Always awkward to try and face off against this, and not having the utility is going to make it that a little bit harder. Boaster, though, has kicked things off well. In fact, the aggression of Kicks is now punished. It's going to have to be that late flank, but were the steps heard? I don't think they have been. Doesn't seem like
oh my god, the Cypher. Cypher ult completely wrecks him. After the spike early means they got a Sova ult. Ult goes in with insta-stick in this. Dude, nice retake from Vitality. Sorry, from Fnatic. If I'm going to be super critical, Vitality maybe prioritize the wrong people in the wrong places there. KO should always be over towards main instead of fighting on site.
Could have been
you always want to use the nade for the first tap of the spike, yeah.
40 minutes.
And then like the flashes and the knife honestly really help you.
40 minutes should get you at least one torque. We'll see what we can do after the game. But yeah, at 9-3, that pistol loss.
I also think they messed up by using the Omen Flash too early.
That's end of the game. That's home stretch for Fnatic.
I don't even know.
Well, it makes me feel a little better.
I mean, he's flaming them more than he's flaming them more than asking him, I think.
Well, 9-3, I don't think it's going to matter too much whether Fnatic will thrive on the defense.
It is meant to be an attack-sided map, but and on defense is very good.
He'll be able to give you like a 12-hour manifesto.
Yeah, how long you got?
Yeah, he'll let you know, Bo, so don't worry. He's writing it down.
You know why Fnatic was perma-banning Sunset? Yeah, they were just waiting to hire Anders, man.
Well, that's the point. They've got a day or two off, don't they, if they make it through?
Waiting for that 1-month contract.
Yeah, it would be maybe
just to hire Anders so they can do the new map.
Hopefully 0. Either way, push up. Good start from Trex. Gonna find the
Vitality gonna get 4 pistols in this.
He's coming to try and steal.
Who banned Abyss? Vitality's second ban though, so they both floated it.
Wow, this is already looking great. The second pistol,
Four
they've done it already. Unless Chronicle has a crazy clutch. pull this one back. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. First kill goes his way. Now, I've seen Vitality win a 1v5. I don't think I've ever seen them lose one.
Lum again, haven't had the chance to, dude. I haven't even been to the gym since we last spoke.
The spike in the open, though. It's going to be too much to ask. He's doing well to isolate some of these fights. Shock dart primed and ready. Crossed over, spike recovered, okay, and dodges the flash, but second player there to close it out. It's safe to put 4 on the board for Vitality. A 5-round gap. Well, if they can win this round, it's going to get that a little bit more manageable, but that could be a big if based on what we saw in the last
I read YouTube chat a lot more. Yeah, dude, I've got it down now.
I'd hope not. If that
I got the YouTube chat down. You guys are next to each other.
Nice. Wow. Guys, with a soul back. With a soul back.
Gorilla's going to be a little bit
Yeah, it would be pretty embarrassing losing 2-0 and getting 4 pistols.
Probably be a little bit more difficult as well. It's not going to be anything really invested once again. It'd have to be some serious mistakes as there were the last time out. Already, it seems a bit more spread for Fnatic. Maybe just trying to catch someone getting aggressive for now, though. Maybe hoping to realize some early tendencies, but other than that, just trying to play with the rotations a bit.
Camera taken out.
Yep, remove some of the utility on B. Cause some problems. Drone out on mid sees nothing for Vitality. They've got the info to work with. That's clear. Some contact in B main. And you could, for some teams, see a shift towards the other side. But I see a ping here. I see Vitality staying in position on the A site. They certainly expect there to be a hit coming their way. But Fnatic, well, they're going to route this around in another direction. It's not a team on this attack side that I've seen many times commit to the first port of call. They like to change it up. They like to take it back in the other direction, although it's being spotted and Hero's now down. Good luck pushing through this setup. Actually, as well, they removed the shock dart earlier.
If they can even get over towards site here.
A trip earlier with the shock dart. It's just been replaced with the second used by Runner.
The Rex, yeah, they have the best abyss we've seen so far.
They're going to walk into it.
They're the only ones that we've seen to actually like understand middle and defense.
Not expecting anything at this stage from the side of Fnatic. In fact, they know exactly where Alpha is, and maybe he'll get one. There you go. That will at least take down Safe, an extra orb for him, but ultimately not going to play that much of a part. Weaponry will be retrieved, and Vitality are going to buy right back into this one.
Yes, they are. Getting a few rifles to bolster that buy. And this isn't somewhere that they can, I think, sit back and go,
give me a buy round. Let's make the game or map close.
Considering they've got rifles to fight with here, a good chance for them to not let this go too far. You saw the trap, the value of it, catching Boaster off in that position. From there, every kill goes their way, relatively clean. Minimal losses. Well, 9-5, 4-round gap, manageable.
Low money. If Fnatic actually manage to get a plant here, they can.
He's waiting for it now.
I love it.
They can for sure buy next. And this is interesting. So it's been happening a lot, right? Where Chronicle does his long shock dart to break the trip. We do know that Fnatic have a round where they punish this. So we can keep an eye on that for next round.
Broken it another time. It's still going to be sat there. Fnatic have desperately tried to remove this utility, but it's gone now. Runner's just gone walking backwards. Didn't realize that they'd lost that much control
like a
into
timing
middle. I don't know if
middle
that's miscommunication or just a misplay on his part, but so focused on where his trips were placed, he ends up dying.
Yeah, I mean, he was busy with the blast packs, destroying them, pulling back the traps and putting them back in place. Safe has done well to eliminate Hero, though. A Cypher
on your own,
Cypher,
my guy.
But now the trades go back in Fnatic's way. Plant down, time ticking. But players stuck up close. They've already managed to delete Chronicle. Will they expect Boaster to be here, though? The smoke maybe could give it away, and he's down to 41 HP. But, oh, yeah, they definitely expect him to be here.
And then he can get out of there and he can have an Astral Suck.
Yeah. For Sander. And with Boaster alive, post-plant's so much stronger. They can have a Grav well to stop him from actually defusing. I believe a nade was thrown through. They know that defuse isn't underway. Flash used, just causing problems. And now, with the Grav well, they've already won the round. Time is too far gone, too many players to delete, and they won't even land a shot on them.
I'm interested to see that, like, this could be the round where they bring out the punish of the trip over towards him. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, he's almost
he's on his head.
But no, it is going to be the round Eventually, though, going the way of Fnatic, and it is that mistake. I feel like just that early kill.
Why do teams rarely use Astra?
Having his grab well for the end just makes things so much
I mean,
cleaner.
Omen's so
If he
good
loses
that it's like
fight,
it's a lot easier to use, and a lot of teams just copy. A lot of teams.
Again, that was only a bonus.
We've had this conversation before, where it's only like 7 people that kind of actually
they don't really have any wiggle room left in this one.
Try stuff like influence people, the other teams to use it.
Booking themselves another grand
no one really creates anything. Not many teams that do.
We know how much experience and depth this roster has had, but
like,
I think
yeah,
what's
just
most
innovate,
impressive
I guess.
right now is bringing in this map of Sunset, a map that they literally were not playing until
Rude.
this was added
Very
in.
accurate, Bacon.
Since then, they've looked fantastic on it. A good start though. Durka already gone, and while it seems like Alpha just wants to take this into his own hands with the support of Boaster.
Well, we know Boaster's Astra can be a little nasty. A nice flank as he sneaks up behind him, but Runner down. Now the numbers
back-to-back rounds is a bit of a nightmare for Runner here.
They have to be worried about the flank. Boaster had made his way up through the
It's
market,
lovely, and
now
they can go back to A. Oh my god, as long as Hero doesn't overstep,
because he's got
they
them
win the
boxed
round.
in. He snuck his way
Please
into
take
their
that.
spawn. Just
Man, please take
send
that.
a free
Yeah,
kill.
you can
and
double
okay,
cage that
Chronicle
as well
goes
if you
down
want
in
to.
return, but with 45 HP left on safe, he should be relatively easy to deal with, and it's going to take them a while to get there. Not just because the spike is down on the exact
When did they
opposite
remove
side
the
of the
5th
map,
star?
but Hero
Ages ago.
got a kill in
You
their
haven't
spawn.
played for
They know
over a
they can
year. It's
rotate
probably
there for
just
free.
as you stop
There's
playing.
traps covering them if they try to go through main. Mid
Been a
lane
long
going to be
time.
that much easier either. That's where the spike rotated through, so there could be someone deposited there waiting to catch you. And then we talk about
great,
post
man. It's
plant.
a cool
While
round.
Boaster's alive, you've got Alpha as well. The stun that's going to go straight down onto you
And
when you try to tap
they
that
should at the
spike
beginning,
and
right?
grab
He
well
said,
afterwards.
don't.
You're probably getting
They
peeked
said,
after
do you have
the
any
stun.
tips for vitality?
They know.
There's
no
don't
way to take this.
over-rotate.
And in a 2v3, it's not worth risking
This
the
is
weapons this late
good
in the
example
game.
of an
Fnatic
over-rotate.
have secured 11 rounds.
It's a really nice
Two more
sell
to
from
take it across
Fnatic
the line,
though.
and Vitality's economy is in shaky territory. They're going to have to be very careful to close out this game. And correct me if I'm wrong, but on this map, they've already used both their pauses.
Yeah, with the streak of rounds, it's not really any surprise.
Polvi, thank you for the 13 months. Thank you. I appreciate that. I talk a big game, but said Astra wasn't strong with the 5 stars and cooldown. That was more everyone in the EMEA being awful though, Bacon. Do you not think that we qualified to Reykjavik because everyone was playing Astra and no one was good at it? That's the reason that I think we went to Reykjavik. EMEA sucked with Astra at the beginning.
And it has not been holding up.
Polvi, how's things? How we doing?
Not much has for Vitality, though. They've had a couple of really big rounds. Even their pistol to start was kicks with a 4K. Individuals stepping it up, but the game plan seems like Fnatic are a little too far ahead for a team that didn't play this map much or at all before. This is quite an adjustment. They've come in with their homework done.
Pressure over towards here. Vitality force into this one, so this is pretty much it.
But again, Fnatic will be able to buy, so it's not
This
just
is pretty much it.
edging out the victory in a 1v1. We need to
How are
see
the
a
games?
consistently
Pretty good.
repeatable
Dude,
game
yesterday
plan
was
for
stacked, man.
Vitality.
Polvi, we had some
Aggressive on
nuts
mid.
games yesterday.
They've got 2 players
America
holding
should be
from
pretty
further
stacked
back. It's a
tonight.
good opportunity.
Heretics
Fnatic
foot should be a
trained in
banger.
on the other side, and this is where the pressure now applies.
This had
to
potential,
or
but
at least now
Fnatic
it
are all
does.
over
The
him.
rotations come in, but that could be all part of the plan. They're ready for this mid play, at least for now.
Timing?
Oh, they've looked away. They've looked away. That could be absolutely everything. It's only going to be the one for now, but that might just be enough.
And it's weird, this is the spike. This is looking like the opposite of what was going on in the first half. They isolate the spike in somewhere else.
The thing is, though, there's a couple of players slowly making their way in towards this B site. It seems like the only goal for Runner is to try and catch someone on the cross.
Or at least get info, it's double.
Be careful, though. As said, it's been him getting caught in a lot of these rounds. He goes through, and he's only going to get the one. Safe also desperately low on HP.
Yeah, the trust
but
of
now
the
there's
stun
20
was...
seconds. Fnatic have got to move towards this site if they're going to try and win
How on
this.
earth do you plant this
After
with these two
shocking,
here?
I'm more so looking at
backside.
Durka and what his move is going to be, because with 10 seconds now, the spike still hasn't made it, but Hero combines with him. A nice double for Trex, but that
That
still
was
might
sick.
allow the plant to come
What was
in.
a spray
That's at
commit?
least something.
It was
And
unreal.
It seems like
Oh,
Alpha
boy.
wants to try and take this. Rolling Thunder has caught both players. The swing isn't quite enough, though.
Nicely
He
done
was
for
low on
Sender.
HP.
Yeah, the fake
Vitality
TP completely
will
owned
get
him on
through
this one. A
round.
little bit crazy to use the ult at 11-5, but I mean, just thinking we win this round, it's done.
This is a better face. 11-6. I'm not sure that it's repeatable, but
Half clear, yeah.
oh, they've
The
at least
TP owned
managed to
him.
weather the storm one round more. That's this mid peak. That could have been a lot more. Same thing can be said for Runner as well. I think
That's
they got the bare
insane.
minimum in
That
some
one?
of those plays, barring that one.
that was the thing. Like, that double from Trex was everything, because they lose 2 players in quick succession. That would have been, what, a 3 versus 2, unless he gets both of those kills. Yeah. And it was just filth. Like, this is the thing with Trex. I feel like there's always a moment in a game where his just individual skill shines through more than anyone else's. And that was the round. Well,
rework stuns, chat. You trust me. Everyone in their head thinking right now that they need to rework stuns. That would be the worst game ever. This is the highest peak of people that should hit the shots, right? If we're doing like a bar, they're up here. Okay. Everyone that's underneath this, like your ranked games, this would be the worst thing ever. If you're getting stunned and like you're inaccurate, it would be the worst game you've ever seen.
We all know how impactful that can be.
So these are the people that should be hitting the stun, should be making the stun look bad.
Well-placed knife on the other side. This timeout.
Can't have no counterplay ability. Yeah, you got to have something like that.
It's going to be their last chance to touch base with their coaches, and for Fnatic, well, even if you leave them out to figure it out on their own, they have enough rounds to get it across the line.
I'm just letting people know that they're just like, hold up, let's buff the stuns.
Well,
we don't want that.
Depends on the round.
We really don't want that.
You really hate the overdrive, don't you?
It's trash. Like, if you're vulnerable or something, sure, it's going to do some damage, but or if you're low already, sure.
Why is the performance coach in the assistant coach's seat? Because dude, Minnie's lazy, man.
You can make up
Minnie
for that.
loves staying at home.
The sliding accuracy with a rifle is enough for me nowadays.
They've heard the hot flash. The early aggression hasn't spotted anything on B, but Hero's still holding that ground. It does seem like now Fnatic's goal might be to try and force Sender back, remove some of that information.
I mean, it's a classic again. It's just pressure mark over towards B. A little bit of pressure.
It was massively successful for them in the last round.
There was no need for that, Jack.
And Dirk is like, what? Really? Free ult? Love a free ult right now.
It's a narrow frame on those windows. It's easy to miss. We've all done it. It's not VCT.
Oh, this is a hard round for Vitality, bro.
That'll be the main focal point of this one, and with a Hunter's Fury, who knows?
At least they got 4 people here to fight. The overwhelm from a Sova ult with a Raze ult sending it in should be pretty scary. Recon up in 5. Recon is going to go into sight. The ult.
So they're not going to have the smokes for another second.
Breach damage. Raze ult. Imagine Sender gets one here.
Runner wasn't able to find impacts on his lurks. We just saw Hero go up to
15 seconds.
That utility on B, maybe
and
drive the rotations, and now players potentially out of position.
Man, poor dude. Poor dude got all the util used on him.
With 10 seconds left, the spike makes it to the site with no chance to deny. A shock dart
yeah,
sent
just
through,
in time.
The right
I had
spot.
no chance to
3 or 4 seconds left. But the plant is acquired. Fnatic now have time on their side. Numbers most certainly shifting in their favor. But it's safe.
They're going to be tempted to save, but at the same time, at 11-6, you got to go for it.
You out of these tough situations. The smoke, though, cuts off any support, leaves him isolated and eliminated easily. Hero through the smoke. He's landing shot after shot, and Trex doesn't stand much of a chance.
People that are fully wrecked, sitting at like 2,300.
6 opportunities now to lock in that grand final spot. I don't think anyone doubted Fnatic coming into it, and you certainly won't be doubting them now.
I mean, this was a nice round from them.
A map they picked up
you could
maybe
say that
more teams have to be, it almost irritates
Vitality needs to be more proactive with the ults that were here.
But been keeping this for such a ridiculously long time. Again, solid utility usage, and I
think Anders will give Fnatic to play Omen, Astra on Abyss. It will at least be Astra.
With that Hunter's Fury. It's unfortunate because I do feel
I can see an Omen Astra for them.
He denies the plant. Round could have gone
a different way. This dude thinks so different about maps.
Instead, though, they go back to trying to pressure.
Can expect anything.
Chronicle's already gone. Runner started this one off well, and in fact, after the initial
Jimmy Pickles, Jimmy J Pickles, even with the Prime. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that.
They know they've got a trap.
I'm doing good, bro. Thank you for the Prime. I appreciate the support.
There's no push up from Vitality, unless there was a sneaky shrouded step. Again, Hero will be left to play that late role outside of B. Last time he just broke utility and then immediately rotated. This time, well, I mean, this is what Fnatic like to do. Zeiss also mentioned it on the desk. They'll be in a position where they grab some control, they deposit someone. That's how he phrased that, and I love that. They deposit a player, and then they decide to move in the other direction. it looks like. They've done that here again, doubling back into the spot where they deposited Hero early on, looking to crunch into market. The utilities kept them back though and might have them second guessing it. Cross from Boaster towards top mid. There's a smoke on right side. He's cleared the left and now looking to take that space. Kill on market might mean they're focused elsewhere. And Boaster, well, if that flash goes through, it could have been huge, but he's actually rounded the corner just in time. They've seen him at least, but looking to challenge is a different story.
Dude, he did good though. Yeah, and Runner's getting wrecked on. Runner's getting wrecked, man, on B site. I think he just needs to leave site and play with his team, or his teammates need to get on site. So I just see him on his own every single time, whether it's market or site.
This is
they don't play together on A. B, sorry.
Of Sender's career. They now know exactly where he is.
Hey, solid from Fnatic. Chat, we got to remember, 4-0 for Pistols here. Fnatic made it look this convincing. That's cool. Did good here, really good.
This was a map again. We've said it many a time that they were avoiding.